Come off the bus, dressed for success, coming into this tough contest tonight on the road. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express, dress like a pro. Our setting tonight, with the lights of downtown Atlanta shining in the background. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. The Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said, in Detroit, he's definitely the leader. When he speaks, everybody listens. This is his team. Evan?
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. On out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins at power forward with Len at center. And it's Young in at point.
And a major strength of this Pistons team in recent years has been their rebounding.
The whole team contributes to a big part of that drill. I mean, has only been emphasized more since Dwayne Casey has come in. A very tough team to deal with on the glass.
Jackson against Young. Jackson drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup. Jackson's got the first points up on the board here for the Pistons. Here's Young. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Brown right side. The pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Jackson has tremendous hops. We call those pogo sticks. Especially how he just gets up so easy and takes it home.
Now, here's Hunter. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Denver.
And yeah, don't leave out his rebounding, Kevin. He had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, and I remember never entering a preseason with so much hope, because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that year.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Jackson passes to Snell. Now Drummond. Pass to Griffin. Lobbed up there for Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
And checking out the numbers for Young. A very nice season for him last year. Last season put up about 19 points per, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%.
Now Brown, after the missed 3 from Trae Young. And Griffin, here we go. Drummond. Tries again. Griffin trying to get open. Ejected by Len. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the first. Young dishes to Len. The kick out to Young. And to get open is Len. Again, Young missing.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
It's stolen by Reddish. And now, here comes Young leading the break. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
1 eye on the rim, 1 on the clock. What a play.
He's showing he has the ability to hit huge shots. That's got to fire him up.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Pistons on top, leading by just one. And back in a moment as...
Watching previous guys who've led this team and did the things that they did, I write that kind of...
And, you know, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay. I mean, that's what has them in the lead after one.
Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Reddish. And it's Len in at center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Reddish's shot is good.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates. Well, comparisons to Steph Curry, unfair for Trae Young, and they're quieting. The shooting percentages in year one leave plenty of room for growth.
Shot clock at 6. On its way from Rose for 2. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And Rose is so dangerous coming off the pick. All he needs is a half step, and he can do the rest.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Older.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Rose, good. And Greg, you talk about unfair comparisons for Trae Young. His career will always be measured against that of Luka Doncic after the Hawks traded back from the number 3 pick.
And Doncic going on to win Rookie of the Year, an instant star. And Trae Young with plenty of talent. And we'll see what he can accomplish. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Well, after a promising rookie season, it was tough for second-year guard Luke Kennard. I mean, injuries had him in and out of the lineup. His development was slow.
For the Pistons, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. And it's Jackson in for Tony Snell. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul. Carter, he's checked in for Atlanta. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Young inside, guarded by Jackson. And it's sent back by Drummond.
And the coaching staff loves this effort. They want Drummond to keep swatting shots like this.
And the Pistons with possession. They've got an 8-0 run. Ball's knocked loose. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Pass to Griffin. Lets it go from the wing. Glenn grabs the board.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump. That's the art of rebounding in a nutshell. Box out.
folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. Looking at the Pistons, Kenny, what's your take?
Well, I like their effort on the boards because a game could come down to just a few key possessions, and extra rebounds can give you those extra possessions if you work at it.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks?
Well, Ernie, this is definitely a big wake-up call for them. Their field goal percentage is sitting in the low 30s. They came out unfocused, unmotivated, unprepared. If they can't turn the tide and play with great efficiency, it's going to be a long second half.
And that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kind of like what Rose has done this one so far.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Brown out there with Jackson, and it's Snell in at the 3.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very vet-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Yeah, Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times, but his players appreciate the consistency.
Carter kicks to Collins. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And they continue to control the glass.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Well, Kev, you know I always appreciate when a big man can create for others. Blake Griffin, he's one of the best in the game in that regard. Such a fantastic passer.
And he sinks the second. Chris, you almost forget just how big Griffin is because of how smoothly he can facilitate for others.
Yeah, Kevin, and I hate when people say he's a good passer for a big man. I mean, what type of caveat is that? He's just a good passer. He has great vision, superb timing, and that's why he's always been near the top in assists for bigs.
The Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throw is good.
Just a bright, young, offensive talent. Young isn't shy about forcing the action. Takes a lot of trips to the line.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Some players are what we call quiet scorers, Chris. They put up a lot of points, but you don't realize until the end of the game just how effective and what kind of points they put up.
Oh, yeah, and especially when you look at two-way players like Paul George or Kawhi Leonard. Or how about a Bradley Beal out there in Washington? You look up at the scoreboard and be like, wait, how did he get 30? And don't forget about the running mate with Damian Lillard up there in Portland. Cullen, he's a bad man as well.
There's 1:38 left in the third. And that misses everything.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Brown, good.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
And now it's looking like it's going to be their night. I mean, the lead keeps getting bigger, bigger, bigger.
Young pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Pistons leading by 12. Pass to Snell. And here is Drummond. Now the pass to Griffin. Over Collins. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
it's hard to tie Griffin down. Even when you hit him, he takes pride in outworking the defense.
Reddish, he's checked in for Vince Carter. Then for the Pistons, Markieff Morris is checked in for Drummond. Luke Kennard comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's Rose in for Jackson. Rose against Young. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Young's got 8 points.
And the work ethic coming into play there. Yeah, I like how Young can just focus on the task at hand.
Here's Rose. Len with the block. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Reddish. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Both free throws good from Len. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Detroit. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Passes it to Rose. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's the Detroit Pistons. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We come back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Hawks. Collins at power forward with Len at center. Trae Young is out there with Reddish. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. Young up top. He's covered by Rose. Lets it fly from 18. Corner shot. Second shot opportunity. Griffin with the steal. Here's Kennard. No good on that one.
He's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
And the Hawks can't hang on to the ball. Detroit leading by 13. Rose scanning the floor. Here's Griffin. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Young kicks for Reddish. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Detroit. Reggie Jackson comes in for Langston Galloway. Jackson passes to Griffin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Cam Reddish. Well, Blake Griffin has been working on that three-pointer now, Chris, for a while. Has gotten to where it's effective.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. And for Blake, he doesn't need to make a ton of threes for it to be effective. All he has to do is keep the defense honest with it so they respect it enough where it opens up the rest of his offense.
And the Pistons making a change here. Brown's checked in. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Story of their game right here. One sloppy play after another.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Pistons. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Brown outside. Tries from 10. Here's Drummond. And the basket is good. And the Pistons lead by 16.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Pistons.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Drummond.
The energy he played with tonight was amazing, and it paid off the most on the glass where he dominated the rebounding stats.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Thon Maker's checked in for Andre Drummond. Christian Wood comes in for Blake Griffin. Doomboy is checked in for Tony Snell. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Bruce Brown. Pistons have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Jones checked in for Len. Parker comes in for John Collins. Abs checked in for Hunter. And it's Turner in for Young.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
Jackson passes to Doumbouya. Good on the shot.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Feeds it to Jones. Can they get it? Rebound by the Pistons. 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Outside Jackson. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fan. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.